Hello again, VC. It's Steve Whitty here again. Another video for today, and this is a album review. Now, the album I'm going to be looking at today is the debut album by The Cars, simply titled The Cars. Now, this album was released on June the 6th, 1978. Now, to give a little bit of background to the band, they were formed in Boston in 1976. And generally considered to be like an American new wave act. Now, the lineup of the band consisted of Rick Ocasek, I think is how you pronounce it. I'm sure I'll be corrected. And he's lead vocals, rhythm guitar, and he's the main songwriter of the band. Elliot Easton, lead guitar, backing vocals. Greg Hawkes, keyboards, percussion, saxophone, and backing vocals. Benjamin Orr, lead vocals and bass. And finally, David Robinson, drums, percussion, synth drums, and backing vocals. The album itself was recorded at Air Studios in London in February 1978, and the producer was Roy Thomas Baker. Now, the album itself is released on the Elektra label, and at the time of signing, there was a bit of a bidding war going on for the band between Elektra and Arista. And Arista, the band plumped for Elektra because Arista had already got like Patti Smith and other new wave artists on their label, and the band thought that if they signed to Elektra, they'd like be the only people of that ilk being the only new wave act on Elektra. Before get more attention paid to them. So, moving on to the actual album itself, the first track on side one is Good Times Roll. Now, this was the third single from the album. It has a slow rhythm, and Rick Ocasek delivers the lead vocals, and he wrote it as a sort of sarcastic commentary on the good times in rock and roll music. In reality is that there aren't many good times. You only get good times if you really are successful, but there's a lot of bad times to be had. And I think at that point of writing, he may have felt that things weren't going too well. As I said, it was the third single off the album. Now, it reached number 41 in the US, but never charted in the UK. Second track on the album is My Best Friend's Girl. Now, this in America was the second single, and I think it might have been the second single in the UK. And it's really about a song about, again, Ocasek delivers the lead vocals, and it's a song about a woman who's dating his best friend after dating him. And he's sort of like, he's having difficulty handling that. It's a great song. It's just a classic power pop song, and as I said, this was released as a single in the UK. And here's the picture disc. Tell my driving skills are no good. There you go. Count red. And on the back side, you've got moving in stereo there. It reached number 35 in the single charts in the US, but reached number 3. It was by far their biggest single for the band in the UK. The third track on the album is another single, Just Where I Needed, and this was the debut single. Now, this featured Benjamin Orr on lead vocals, and it did initially become a hit in the UK. Now, the opening riff does sound, I think the band openly admit, they nicked from Yummy 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 by the Ohio Express. It is my favourite song on the album, this is. Here's the single, Blue Car. And it reached number 27 in the US. When re-released in the UK, it reached number 17. That's the single from there. Let the Good Times Roll, I said, was the third single. That also came out in the picture disc form. That was green. I missed out on that. Somebody beat me to it. Fourth track on the album, I'm in Touch with Your World. This is again another features a sack on vocals, and Greg Horse comes to the fore with this track. There's some bizarre sound effects. It's a favourite with the band. The band itself were always open to looking to use new technology within the music to enhance their music. You know, if it got a new switch on it, they're more than happy to use it to help enhance the sound. The fifth track on the album is "Don't Just Stop," which again is another vocal. Now, the reviewers at the time considered this to be one of the best cuts on the album. As a song, it sounds a lot harsher than the other tracks. Roy Thomas Baker's production on the album is quite a smooth touch to the record. In fact, I wouldn't say it was a new wave record. I'd say it was more of a power pop record. It actually was a B-side in the US and Japan for my best friend's girl. Side 2 opens with "You All I've Got Tonight." Again, another safe vocal. I think this easily could have been a single. It received a hell of a lot of airplay in the radio in the US, despite never being released. You've got a throbbing drum beat, fuzz guitar riffs, and you've got, I think, the thing that Roy Thomas Baker brings to the album is what he did. The backing vocals, sort of what he did with Queen, he's brought to them, and the backing. All I've got great voices, and it sort of brings the backing vocals up to the front. And again, it's an excellent example of power pop. The second track on side 2 is "Bye Bye Love," which is a Benjamin Orr vocal, and it's one of the oldest. This song actually dates back to pre-car days. It was initially recorded as a demo. The band were known as Captain Swing, which featured a Zach or an Easton. This was another song that received a heck of a lot of airplay in the US. Third track was "Moving in Stereo," again featuring Benjamin Orr on vocals. Now, this differs from everything else because this song was co-written by Zach with Greg Hawkes. It received a heck of a lot of airplay in the US. The critics at the time, especially in the US, said it sounded like a new wave version of the Eno era Roxy music. I don't know whether I agree with that or not, but it sounds great. Finally, the final track on the album is "All Mixed Up," again a Benjamin Orr vocal. It's a B-side. It was the B-side to "Let the Good Times Roll," and it features Greg Hawkes on saxophone. It's the only time I believe he actually played the instrument on a cast song. The album itself went 6 times platinum in the US. It reached number 18 and spent 139 weeks in the US album charts. In the UK, it reached number 29. To me, the album is an excellent power pop record. He's got radio-friendly tunes, and I could see easily why it was so successful. It offered something different to what was going on at the time. It wasn't metal, but it wasn't easy listening. It just offered something that was totally different. I could see why the American audiences picked up on this. I recently did a thread about bands whose second album was better than the first. In this case, this album, I'm afraid, sort of defines the band. They never did anything better. Maybe Heartbeat City might run it close, but it's by far their best album. Everything just fell to place at the right time for them. It enabled them to have a career. Sadly, obviously, Benjamin Orr passed away. The Cars are still going. As if you've never heard this album, it's definitely worth finding. There are plenty of copies floating around. I think you get not in the pound bins, but you certainly wouldn't pay too much for it. It's plenty about. It certainly is a corking album. Band didn't like the cover, by the way. It's the only cover of the band that wasn't done by David Robinson, and hence why they didn't like it. So thank you for viewing. If you liked what you see, thumbs up, thumbs down. If you didn't like, feel free to comment. And if you want to subscribe to me, click on subscribe. I'm more than happy to subscribe back to you. So I'm off to enjoy the rest of this Sunday. It's glorious out there, even if it's just sitting underneath a tree reading. I think I'm just going to enjoy the fact that we're having some good weather. This may be the British summer. So until then, till the next video, take care. Bye.